Sorry for that. Camera shut off. So the third video, picking up on Job number 20. Let's see where we're at on Job. This way. Again, it's just people that know him, kind of like trying to either think they know more than he does, or try to uh, help him, not really helping him, or part of what God's having the devil do to confront him. But whatever the behind it, this is this alternate between Job speaking and those who are speaking to him. So this is how it should be. Or you need to do this, or whatever they were speaking about. How God talking about God, and trying to correct him or trying to help him, and he was just being belligerent and no, he was kind of vain in his faith a little bit, maybe too much, and that's why God used him as an example, set the devil upon him. In the end, it all works out. This is God using him as a teaching tool, basically. So number 20, when Zophar the Naamathite, replied, my troubled thoughts prompt me to answer because I am greatly disturbed. I hear a rebuke that dishonors me, and my understanding inspires me to reply. Surely you know how it has been from of old, ever since mankind was placed on the earth, that the mirth of the wicked is brief, the joy of the godless lasts but a moment. Though the pride of the godless person reaches to the heavens, and his head touches the clouds, he will perish forever like his own dung. Those who have seen him will say, where is he? Like a dream he flies away, no more to be found, banished like a vision of the night. The eye that saw him will not see him again, his place will look upon him no more. I see people like that out there in the world all the time. One of them's running for president. They're all over the place. His children must make amends to the poor, his own hands must give back his wealth. He doesn't take it with him, takes nothing with him, or her. The youthful vigor that fills his bones will lie with him in the dust. Though evil is sweet in his mouth, and he hides it under his tongue, though he cannot bear it to let it go, and lets it linger in his mouth, yet his food will turn sour in his stomach, and will become the venom of serpents within him. The serpent does control him, and all those like them. You see him everywhere, all the time. He will spit out the riches he swallowed. God will make his stomach vomit them up. He will suck the poison of serpents, that the fangs of an adder will kill him. He will not enjoy the streams, the rivers flowing with honey and cream. What he toiled for he must give back uneaten. He will not enjoy the profit from his trading, for he has oppressed the poor and left them destitute. He has seized houses he did not build. Surely he will have no respite from his craving. He cannot save himself by his treasure. Nothing can save you from the inevitable. Nothing is left for him to devour. His prosperity will not endure. In the midst of his plenty, distress will overtake him. The full force of misery will come upon him. Think of all those super wealthy. Where are they now? They passed. They take their wealth with them? No. Many of them have lost them, lost everything they had. Expensive houses, mansions, castles, gone. In the midst of his plenteous distress will overtake him. The full force of misery will come upon him. When he has filled his belly, God will vent his burning anger against him and rain down his blows on him. Though he flees from an iron weapon, a bronze-tipped arrow pierces him. He pulls it out of his back, the gleaming point out of his liver. Terrors will come over him. Total darkness lies in wait for his treasures. Yes, it does. Fire unfanned will consume him and devour what is left in his tent. The heavens will expose his guilt. The earth will rise up against him. A flood will carry off his house. Rushing waters on the day of God's wrath. Such is the fate God allots the wicked, the heritage appointed for them by God. So, even me, as much as I want to strike out at him and people like him and deaf, dumb, and blind that follow these type of people, I'll leave it to God because nobody can do it better than God. And He will do it in the perfect time, not our time. So just gotta keep to ourselves, keep our mouth shut. And again, it's very hard for me, because I don't like bullies, and secondly, people that have a brain that don't use it. It's a gift of God. They don't use their intuition. They don't use the intelligence God gives them, the brain that God gives them to learn, grow. It drives me nuts. So that's my issue. I don't have the patience. And Job replied in number 21, listen carefully to my words. Let this be the consolation you give me. Bear with me while I speak, and after I have spoken, then mock on. Hear me out. Is my complaint directed to a human being? Why should I not be impatient? Look at me and be appalled. Clap your hand over your mouth. When I think about this, I am terrified. Trembling seizes my body. Why do the wicked live on, growing old and increasing in power? And it's all frustrating for us all. Read Psalm 140, read Psalm 48 or 49, one of the two. They see their children established around them, their offspring before their eyes. Their homes are safe and free from fear. The rod of God is not on them. So it seems. Their bulls never fail to breed, their cows calve and do not miscarry. They send forth their children as a flock, the little ones dance about. They sing to the music of timbrel and lyre. They make merry to the sound of the pipe. They spend their years in prosperity and go down to the grave in peace. And that's where the peace ends. Yet they say to God, leave us alone. We have no desire to know your ways. Who is the Almighty that we should serve him? What would we gain by praying to him? I'm sure we've all come across people like this, or know people like this. But their prosperity is not in their own hands, because nothing belongs to them. It's all God's. So I stand aloof from the plans of the wicked. Yet how often is the lamp of the wicked snuffed out? How often does calamity come upon them, and the fate God allots in his anger? Oh, he's saving it up, don't worry. How often are they like straw before the wind, like chaff swept away by a gale? It is said, God stores up the punishment of the wicked for their children. Let him repay the wicked so that they themselves will experience it. He will. He will. At their passing, just before the passing, or right after the passing, they will pay for it. Trust me. Let their own eyes see their destruction. Let them drink the cup of the wrath of the Almighty. For what do they care about the families they leave behind when their allotted months come to an end? Can anyone teach knowledge to God? No, since he judges even the highest. One person dies in full vigor, completely secure and at ease, well nourished in body, bones rich with marrow. Another dies in bitterness of soul, never having enjoyed anything good. Side by side they lie in the dust, and worms cover them. Everybody has a part of the puzzle. Everyone has a specific reason, the path that he sets for them. And where and how often, how long they deviate from the path, or totally from the path, we don't know. God knows. So why some are allowed to exist and persist in what they're doing, good or bad, why others aren't, we don't know that particular soul's duration in this realm, multiple lives or just one, what occurred in their lives. God knows all that. So you can ask for discernment. Okay, explain to me, Lord, help me understand why this particular person, why all these people like that, why they continue to flourish, not suffer. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on between them and God. We don't know what God knows. We don't know what's inside them in here, their hearts, or inside their minds. We don't know all that. God knows that. So we have to trust in Him. He knows it's frustrating. I know it's frustrating. It's very frustrating to me. But trust me when I tell you, trust Him. He knows. Everybody's accountable. Did anyone teach the knowledge of God since he judges even the highest? One person dies in full vigor, complete secure at ease, well nourished in body, bones rich and bitter and with marrow. Another dies in bitterness of soul, never having enjoyed anything good. Side by side, they lie in the dust, and worms cover them both. I know full well what you are thinking, the schemes by which you would wrong me. You say, where now is the house of the great, the tents where the wicked lived? Have you never questioned those who travel? Have you paid no regard to their accounts, that the wicked are spared from the day of calamity, that they are delivered from the day of wrath? Who denounces their conduct to their face? Who repays them for what they have done? We let them get away with it. They are carried to the grave, and watch is kept over their tombs. The soil in the valley is sweet to them, everyone follows after them, and a countless throng goes before them. So how can you console me with your nonsense? Nothing is left for your answers but falsehood. He's very frustrated too, like so many of us are, of what is going on with the people around him. So he thinks he was devout and overly prideful about that. And then he doesn't understand why and many people ask that, why good people suffer. So they get angry at God, or they turn from God. See what God do is in the beginning, he says, see the devil, go hit that person. So use the devil, allow the devil to hit that person. That's what the devil does. He tries to, that's what religion does. The devil does it through religions. He says God is all this, and he is. So that when something bad happens to them or to others, how could a God who's like this allow that to happen? Free will. Free will. Bad things happen most of the vast majority of the time because of a free will choice decision of ourselves or mankind in mass. Also, the devil is just attacking us, trying to draw us away, trying to trick us into. Because the devil knows what's in the heart. He knows what we learned falsely. Accurately, he wants to lead you astray from God. God will test you himself, test you your strength, your faith, your love for him. He'll try to divert you from calamity by slowing you down and diverting you. Try to do it to strengthen you. Many reasons. Ask for those reasons. Help me know why, Lord. So in there with that, pick up on number 22 next. Another person. Person after person is sent there to try to explain or divert, to get on course or to set on wrong course to Job. All for reasons. This is all teaching. Whether it really happened to Job person or not doesn't matter. It's the point of this story, like all the rest. So hope that helped you. Continue to read it on your own. Ask for discernment. Stay safe this time, day. Peace of Christ. God bless. May the Lord please.